I'm sitting with Sugar Bear and Entity at Mohegan, and it's peace, guys. And what's today? July 5th. Okay, and they're on their way to Maine. Sugar Bear, why the AT?
So what was it? About 15 years ago, I watched Wild, the movie, and I realized that through hiking was a thing. So little by little, I started doing research, and I found the AT, and I found the community involved around it. And I don't know, it just kept on instilling something deep within.
Right.
And I had that for the past 15 years, and then
So it took you 15 years to get to this
to
point.
get to the
That's
to
cool.
I was just waiting for the stars to line up. Finally, at the beginning of the year, stars lined up, and I said, you know what? Let's take the plunge. And now
What
we're
state?
here.
What state are you from?
Texas. I'm
Texas.
from Lubbock, Texas. So North
Lubbock, Texas. Huh?
Yeah.
Did you start in Springer?
Amicalola.
When?
Back in March 14th. So happy Pi Day.
Okay. How's it been going?
It's been amazing. I'll tell you what. The people, the community, the views, it really helps you kind of detach from the day-to-day rustle and bustle, and it's just amazing. I
You
wouldn't
look,
change
you
it for
look happy,
anything.
man.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do you have one thing that's stood out so far on this trip?
The people, definitely the people. I know it's going to sound a little cheesy, but it kind of restored the faith in humanity.
Okay.
In my eyes.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have any aspirations to do another trail, do you think? Or you're not there yet?
Actually, probably next is going to be the Camino. I've been really looking into the Camino. It's not going to be this year. It's not going to be next year. But down the line, I'd love to be able to do something.
Okay. On my app, I have the Camino.
No way, really?
I have
Okay.
all four trails.
Okay, cool.
But I'm just saying.
Just throwing it out.
I'm just
there.
throwing it out there, right? One tip for a through hiker that you can give, a new through hiker, somebody's going to start out next year.
Come in with open mind and fresh eyes. Don't go ahead and come in and say, hey, I'm going to have to do this, and this. Even like, for example, the first supply point, all the way up to Neil's Gap. Don't say, hey, I'm going to be carrying this amount of food. I got to get to this place. Let the trail dictate your pace. Let the trail kind of show you what she wants, and just take it day by day and enjoy every second.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's all right. So, Anthony, you shared with me that you were a section hiker. All right, so you got it. So you started out a section hiker, and what happened?
So I heard of the AT back in high school, and I always thought like, oh, that's cool, I'm outdoorsy, but I never gave it any serious consideration. And then around the time I was 20, I read A Walk in the Woods, and it went from like, that's cool to I have to do this before I die. And so it had just been like in my mind for a long time, but I just never thought logistically I could work out the details of how to make it happen. And then my senior year of college, through our school's rec department, I did a week-long backpacking trip in Pisgah National Forest on the Art Loeb Trail. I was like, well, that was awesome, but still, I don't know if I can make 5-6 month through hike work.
Right.
And but shout out to Buck, an old professor of mine at Western Carolina, and a section hiker, who told us about he had been section hiking for years linearly, and had all these good stories, and it just made it a lot more digestible. Of like, maybe I can, even if I can't do a through hike, I bet I can do sections. So shout out to Buck.
Cool.
And around January of this year, I was kind of just like in a bit of a depressed spot, and it just felt like all I was doing was working, no hobbies. They had all like fallen to the wayside, and I was like, man, I need to do something. Every day is feeling the same. And I was like, you know what? And just one night I was like, I'm gonna do a section on the AT. I'm gonna make it happen. And planned for about a month or two, and then I was originally going to do Springer to NOC and Nantahala, and what was it? So yeah, did all the logistics for that. Kind of overplanned.
Right.
Kind of back to what he was saying about like don't overthink anything,
overthink,
open
right,
mind. And
right.
I was totally overplanned. I was like, every calories for everything, everything, and just all like the typical excited over planning stuff. And March, I think 15th I started. So him and a few others that I met night one, they did the approach trail, but I was like, I'm good, I'll just do Springer. So I met them on their second day, my first at Hawk Mountain Shelter.
Right.
And like,
So you guys been hiking for a while?
oh yeah, since pretty much day one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
we met, there was like a big group of us there. The shelter was pretty crowded, and there was this crazy cold front coming through. And a few people were like, we're going to get a B&B to wait out the cold. And at first, I was sitting next to him, and in my head, I'm like, I'm going to cowboy it. I'll be fine. And then they kept saying, the temperature's dropping. It's going to be this. It's going to be this. Mine is like 10 wind chill. And I was like, oh. And I looked at him. I was like, hey, how do you feel about this B&B idea? And you were like, I think it's a pretty good idea. I'm like, yeah, can we get in on that? And eventually 10 of us went to this B&B, and we formed like a 10-person tramley on night one.
Oh, that's great.
So,
That's a great story.
We stayed there in DeLonga for a day and a half. This really nice B&B, and we got back on, and by the time we hit Hiawassee, it kind of became apparent that a 10-person tramley was a little unsustainable,
Right.
due to people's pace and all.
Mhm.
So we had a good like amicable kind of split into 5 and 5, the faster and slower folks.
Right.
And then we were together with these other 3 people, and then he was a little behind, and then we made it to NOC, but I was kind of ahead of schedule for my planned trip,
Right.
and I was like, I'm just gonna go a little further, and I made it to Fontana Dam, and that's where my trip ended. And what I was telling you earlier, like I got picked up and driven back to this cabin the night before I drove home, and I got this nice like Wagyu pound of beef, and I'm eating these delicious cheeseburgers, and I'm watching the sunset, and I'm like, I wanted to cry, because I was just like, I'd rather be eating instant mashed potatoes in the woods with my friends than this amazing burger by myself.
Wow.
And it's just like, even still on the trail, I was just remember one night, as far back as the B&B on my second night, thinking, what could I sell? What do I have that I could sell right now? How could I get out of my lease? How could I like phrase this to my job and without losing it? And so I got back, and it took a week or 2 for me to fully commit. But I was like, I have to get back on trail. I have to do it. Whatever it takes, I got to do it. So I worked for a month and a half. I sold a couple of my motorcycles, figured out the logistics with my apartment and my cat, and was able to make it happen. And then May 18th, 19th, I got back on in Daleville, Virginia.
Wow.
And
And here
it's
you
been
are.
going ever since.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's
Yeah,
great.
It's awesome.
Oh, you look happy.
Thank you. I am.
How'd you get your trail name?
So got it right away, actually. I was wondering, like, should I give myself one? No, something organic will come up. And then that night that I met him and all those others at Hawk Mountain Shelter, there's this crazy thick fog in the air. And, like, I get to the shelter. I can't see the silhouette till I'm, like, 30 feet away, and they can't see me coming till I'm just as far away. And I get there, and another friend from that group, Trash Pockets, she was like, whoa, you came out of the fog like some kind of entity. What's your trail name? I went, oh, I don't have one. And the group went, how do you like entity? And I was like, that's a sick-ass trail name. I'll take
I think
it.
it's great.
I'm in. Yeah.
I love hearing the stories, how you get them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like I lucked out on that one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And Sugar Bear, how'd you get yours?
So actually, this is revision 2. Last year, I did a section from kind of similar from Fontana to Newfound. You know, just to kind of get a feel of the AT, because I really wanted to come out.
Right.
And Tramley ended up kind of adopting me. I ended up getting off at Newfound, but I spent some time with him in Gatlinburg, and we heard about a story of a bear rummaging through a candy store, and as soon as he was done, he ended up kind of zooming over to the sewers. So we spent the afternoon, you know, looking for this sewer bear, and after the trip, I became Sewer Bear.
Sewer Bear.
So fast forward to earlier this year, I met what's it called? This Tramley, and they had an intervention with me and said that I was way too sweet to be Sewer, so I got upgraded to Sugar.
He's
Oh,
one of
that's
the
great.
nicest people.
I love
we
these
can't call you
stories.
Sewer, you're
Yeah.
too sweet.
I love these
Yeah,
stories.
yeah.
I know you're from Texas.
From Texas.
Where are you from?
North Carolina,
North
but I live in
Carolina.
Roanoke, Virginia now.
Oh, okay. Roanoke. Okay.
Right there.
Right there.
Magfield's Knob is 20 minutes from my
Oh
front door.
man, that's sweet.
It's
Outdoors.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm glad you guys are having a great journey, and I wish you the best.
Oh, well, thank
Thanks
you.
for visiting
Appreciate
with me
it.
today.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no, thank you.